Hello everybody, welcome back again to my channel. If you are new to my channel, welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. So today is another it's another story today, and it's about no other than this couple, ex-couple actually. So you guys might be wondering, who is that person who are the people on the screen? So to the left, obviously the woman is Stella Damasus, who is a Nigerian Nollywood actress who now lives in the US, I believe. She was one of the mega women in Nollywood, in Nollywood then. And the guy is known as Daniel Ademinokan. So Daniel Ademinokan is a Nigerian artist, producer, film director, whatever you want to call them in Nollywood, that's all they do. So it's been a long riding thingy with this couple since they divorced. Okay, so let's start the story from the beginning. So Daniel Ademinokan was once married to Doris Simeon. Let me share that screen with you. So these are the women. I'm just waiting for that picture to load. So Doris Simeon is the first woman that Daniel Ademinokan got married to. And in case you don't know, that Doris Simeon, we both went to the same secondary school together. I think she was a year my senior or something. So I didn't really know her at all, but yeah, I knew she went to my school. And Doris Simeon had a son for Daniel Ademinokan. Before we knew it, their marriage ended. Okay. Daniel Ademinokan got married to was Stella Damasus. Okay, so Stella Damasus is the second wife that Daniel Ademinokan got married to, and that marriage ended as well. And the third woman whom Daniel got married to was this one, Tope Oshin. She was the third woman that Daniel Ademinokan also got married to, and this is the time frame of the women he has been married to. Okay, so Doris Simeon was the first woman he got married to, who was a Nollywood actress, and then she's now in the US, and she had a son with him. So they got married in 2008 and got divorced in 2011. And then Stella Damasus was the second wife, also used to be a Nollywood actress. She's no longer in the screen of Nollywood now. And then they got married in 2014 amidst the rumor that they were colleagues, and that Stella Damasus snatched Daniel Ademinokan from Doris Simeon. So they got married in 2014 and they divorced in 2020. And Daniel Ademinokan is currently married to Tope Oshin. They married in 2023 and they recently welcomed their first child together. So these are the women that he had been married to and currently married to. So with that being said, now I don't know what has actually happened, which led to Stella Damasus being replied by Daniel Ademinokan. So there was a video apparently that Stella Damasus did with Teddy Babyface, where she alleged that she found out about Daniel divorcing her from YouTube. Guys, let me bring up that video so we can watch it together, okay? So this interview here was the interview that Stella did with Teddy Babyface show, where she was explaining how she found out about being divorced by Daniel. And she went on to explain further that she and Doris Simeon, the first wife, that they were actually not friends. So all the narrative of, oh, she was my friend, I snatched her husband, that there was nothing like that. That they were not even, obviously they were colleagues, but they were not on screen together most of the time. That it's not as if maybe they were girlfriends. It's not as if maybe they were going to teas together. It's not as if maybe they were going for lunches together. So she does not know where the narrative came from, that that she snatched her boyfriend, she snatched her husband. And also she went on to explain, I'm not going to play the entirety of this video to you, okay? She went on to explain that she and Doris Simeon, that they were never enemies, that they were talking, and the reason why they kept that relationship going on was because of for the sake of the fact that she was married to Doris Simeon's son's father. It was mainly for the relationship was created so that there will be happiness, there will be no grievances between them, because it's for the purpose of the child. Yes, she got married to a man who already had a child, and she also has, I believe she has 2 daughters. So it was mainly for the relationship, for the child to continue. Hence why she maintained a relationship with Doris Simeon, that they were never enemies, that they were talking, that they were okay, that even when all the gossip on social media was like, oh, these people are fighting, oh, she's a man eater, oh, she's a snatcher, this, that, there was nothing like that. That she had really good relationship with Doris Simeon. So let's listen to this video of her where she explained how she found out how she was divorced online. And prior to this video, I don't think Daniel Ademinokan, the ex-husband, has ever come out here to say what happened or how their marriage ended. Guys, please, if there was any video where he came out to say something, please do let me know in the comment section, okay? Because I don't think I ever saw any write-up from him to say, oh, this was what Stella did to me, or this was what I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. It's always been quiet. So let's listen to this interview. And then, like I said, I don't know why suddenly Daniel decided to reply Stella, because I must have come across a post during the course of the week where Stella said something. So I don't know, maybe it was this video that now made Daniel to come out and reply her. But let's watch this video and then we'll go and read the reply that Daniel released to the public not quite long ago. Okay, so let's listen to this.
I pride myself in being a respectful person. A lot of things were said about me on YouTube because that's how I found out that my marriage had ended, on YouTube. Yeah, I didn't know that my marriage had ended. Yeah.
Let's just stop here for a minute. What do you mean you didn't know your marriage had ended? You were just browsing YouTube. You were looking for Beyonce videos and then you saw, I mean, come on.
Well, the man in question traveled and was supposed to be away for a while and was supposed to come back. And a few days after the man traveled, my phone was buzzing. I received messages from people saying, what's going on? Are you okay? Why didn't you tell me that there was something wrong? Blah, 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 blah. Then I'm like, what are all these links they are sending me? And I'm like, Ruma, Isabel, let's go. Something's up. Let's put YouTube for me. And I'm there typing my name. And before I'm done typing my name, videos just start coming up. Stella's dead marriage crashes. Karma is a bitch. This, that. There's Stella in this, that. I'm like, wait, what? I didn't know that, you know. And I called, we had a conversation, and even at that time, I still didn't know that anything like that had happened until I got the final call to say, no, I'm not coming back. I'm like, oh, wow, okay. You know, I don't want to go into full details. Ted, you don't do this to me. I've never talked about this or mentioned this, you know. So of course, every marriage has issues. And people don't know how it all started, what impressions were created, what was said, what was not said. I'm not even going to, out of respect for all parties involved, there are some things that I'll just probably leave as is. But one thing I will say though is that it's important for you as a human being to know yourself more and love yourself more and know what you want.
So guys, that was what she had to say. That was what she said about her marriage ending, that she found out on YouTube that her marriage ended. And like I said earlier on, that I don't think I've ever come across her ex-husband, which is Daniel, coming out to say, oh, by the way, this is that. No. But recently, just few hours ago, Daniel, released something onto social media. Yes, he had something to say. Because like I said, I don't know why or what triggered him to come out and say what he has actually dropped. And I want to believe that there must have been a post I saw again about Stella, which sometimes this week, like if I find it, maybe I'll put somewhere in this video. But if I don't find it, well, this is what I'm able to present to you. So, because like I said, this video that we just watched, that interview was granted a year ago. And it did not come out. In fact, it was a year ago. I think it was granted in 2023 or something, 2023 or 2024. And Daniel has never come out to say anything. Even Doris Simeon has never come out to say anything. Yes, she came out to say our marriage ended. But now, like I said, that video that we've just watched was created a year or a year and a half ago. So why is Daniel coming out to reply? Like I said, I think something must have been shared somewhere on social media recently. So Daniel came up and dropped this post saying, I usually don't dignify nonsense with a response, but when silence gets mistaken for ignorance or guilt, it's only fair to offer a quick 5 minutes reality check. Today's your lucky day. And then he continued, Dear Queen Mother, 5 years since the separation, 3 since the divorce, still you just can't let go. I've said nothing. I've seen nothing. I've done nothing since 2020, but somehow I'm still living rent-free in your narrative. Woo-hoo! Okay, that was a big jive. Let me be clear. Silence is not guilt. Distance is not weakness, but lies, especially ones I have receipts for, that's a different story. Okay, another story, story. Let's continue. I've watched you twist facts with confidence, assuming no one's paying attention. But now that you've mistaken grace for guilt, I will ask you to choose your next story wisely because I came with footnotes. Let's see the footnotes. Queen Mother, let's not rewrite history just because the internet has a short attention span. Now, us that you talk to like that, we will be internet, okay? You claimed in that little interview with your echo chamber that you, in quote, find out about the divorce on YouTube. Lie. You claimed I signed and sent you the divorce papers that you were not aware of. Another lie. Quick reality check. Who filed for divorce? You do realize that's public record, right? But don't worry, I will post the receipts. A little reminder, just in case selective memory is setting in. I love this clapback, man. I love this clapback. Guys, what do you think? Let me know in the comment section. So this is the footnote he brought. And this was, obviously, it's an email sent sometimes in July 29, 2021 at 9:04 p.m. It says Stella Damasus. Stella Damasus. Guys, I grew up calling her the Stella Damasus, but it is not Damascus. It is Damasus. So I believe this email was written by Stella Damasus to Daniel. It says, hello, Daniel. I hope this email meets you well. I am writing to you today because I have decided to move forward with the divorce process. Based on the recent events, it is evident that there is no hope that this marriage will work anymore. In September 2020, when you decided to leave our home, separate our family, and then called me to say that you were not coming back, it became clear that our marriage was over. As mature adults, I believe the next step would be to have a civil and painless divorce process and go our separate ways so that we both can move on without dragging our families into it. So I kindly request that you send me a physical address for the papers to be delivered directly to you. If you are not comfortable sending me your address, you can send it to my lawyer, barrister, blah, 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 vice versa email. Thank you, and I await your positive response, Stella Damasus. So this email is actually showing us that it was Stella who filed for divorce. And the interview that we watched recently with Teddy Babyface, Stella said she did not know she was even getting divorced. It was on it was on YouTube she realized that she was being divorced. So who is lying here? Who is lying? So let's move on. The next slide says, very, very urgent. So I believe this email was also sent from Stella to Daniel, and it was dated 8/1/21. So this was dated this email was sent on the 8th of the 1st, 2021. Hello, Daniel. I am not sure if you received my previous email included in the thread below, so I have decided to send a follow-up email. As stated in the previous email, I have decided to move forward with the divorce process for reasons stated in the said email. I kindly request that you send me a physical address for the papers to be delivered directly to you. If you're not comfortable sending me your address, you can send it to my lawyer, barrister, blah, 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 blah. Thank you, and I still await your positive response. So I want to believe that when she sent that email in September, or when that was sent, Daniel did not reply, or I don't know, allegedly, and then she decided to send another email again. So these are receipts that Daniel Ademinokan is bringing because he's claiming that it seems to be living rent-free in the head of our auntie Stella Damasus. Guys, let me know in the comment section. Do you think that Stella is regretting that she divorced him? Or what do you think is going on? What do you think is going on? Let's keep reading. The next slide says, yes, I moved out, not out of drama, but out of self-preservation for my sanity and for my son's safety. I won't unpack the full extent of what he endured. Wow, okay. But let's just say when a child needs makeup to hide his scar before school, the damage runs deeper than the skin. He is alive, he remembers, and so do I. So what is Daniel alleging here? Is Daniel alleging that Stella physically assaulted his son? This is me thinking out loud and asking questions. Guys, let me know in the comment section, because that sentence there, which says, when a child needs makeup to hide his scar before school, the damage runs deeper than the skin. He is alive, he remembers, and so do I. So is Doris Simeon aware of this? that a child could have potentially or could have possibly been physically assaulted by a stepmom, but by his stepmom then. Guys, I think there's something to this statement, especially that particular one there. So, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section. Do you think that this was part of the reason why I decided to leave? Because it said here, when a child needs makeup to hide a scar. Scar from what? Obviously, if you don't touch somebody, if there was no physical contact, there wouldn't be scar on anybody. Okay, let's move on to the next slide. You screamed at me boldly, in quote, I don't want to be here, but I have to be here. I beg, what's left for a man to do when his own home starts sounding like a hostage situation? You knew I was leaving. You knew I wasn't coming back. I packed my son, my peace, and my entire life and walked out the front door in broad daylight. You watched me leave that Sunday morning. Wale and Linda are still alive and well in Dallas. We all had these conversations. You know what you did, and more importantly, you know the truth. Wow. See, guys, this is just a starting drama. This is just a starting drama, and I don't think it's going to end anytime soon. This is just a starting drama, okay? So the next slide says, I think this is the last slide. Let me say this clearly. In quote, now the beginning of 5% they know. Nobody they know how it go end. Let me be, just as I have left you in peace. I have chosen a more private life now. So don't drag me into your soap opera. You've had your 5 minutes from me. Over and out, Daniel. So guys, it's left me feeling like
yeah, I don't even know what to say because
exactly. This is how I feel. In regards to this write-up that I've just read. Guys, let me know your thoughts and opinion in the comment section. Like I said, this is a developing story. Do you think maybe Stella was violent in that marriage? Do you believe, based on what Daniel wrote in that write-up there, that when a child had to go to school with a makeup to cover a scar, was Stella Damasus allegedly physically assaulting his son or a stepson? Guys, leave all of your thoughts and opinion in the comment section. And like I said, I don't know what prompted Daniel to come out with this write-up, with this response, but guys, we are here for it. If I find any other thing, I'll be back with this story. So let me know all of your thoughts and opinion in the comment section, because as it is, Daniel is now married to Tokwe Oshin, and they recently welcomed their child together. So like I said, he says that, he wants to keep a private life. Stella also said in that interview that she's a more private person, that she did not mention that part of her finding out that she was getting divorced via YouTube. So who they lie here? Who is telling the lies? Guys, over to you, decoders. Let me know your thoughts and opinion. Channel. What are you waiting for? Don't forget to like, subscribe if you've not yet done so, turn on your post notification, share this video, don't stay to join my membership, and I'll catch up with you in another video. All right, bye for now.